Well, it's Sunday. Is it time to ride around in style in a classic? The 1984 Olds 98 Regency? Well, maybe, but that's not why we're really here today. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. It's Sunday Rant time, and it's right in the sun, so we're well lit. That's what the kids say, I think. That's one of the kids' words. Anyway, I want to talk about something that probably many of you experienced during the week, and I find it to be ridiculous. First, I want to talk about the curves. I can't stand it. Every week, I'm going to harp on this until people get it. So I'm coming out of the Natty on I-74, and it's very curvy. I mean, people fly off of there constantly. There's tons of accidents. Oh, no, wait, there's not. So by the scales, coming back to Indianapolis, there's a couple of slight bends. Who slows down there to 54? Yeah, an empty flatbed. What are we doing? And then you go to pass them, and then as soon as it straightens out, 72. Back up to 72. Next curve, slowing back down again. I'm like, really? Who teaches this? Are one of these 30-day trainers teaching this where they have 30 days experience, and they're like, every corner, you have to slow down on every corner. You don't have to slow down on every corner. If you have an empty flatbed, it turns out you're very unlikely to tip over on a slight bend on an interstate in Indiana. All right, so get going. But the problem is, there's a construction zone, right? From about the 104 to the 118 on I-74, it's one lane in each direction. 4 days out of 5 last week, 4 out of 5, we were slowed down by a semi. I find it somewhat ironic because around Indianapolis, people are going 70, 75 in semis and a 55. And here, this construction zone is a 55. And one day, we were going 40. And when you look up the long line of people, who's up there? Billy Big Rigger, who's Billy Slow Rigger that day. What are we doing? Why? I just don't get it. I guess I don't get it. It's so frustrating. Why can't we get going? In a zone, it's 55. You're not getting anybody in your lane. You're holding everything up. And you look up there and you see the one in the front. It's a truck. And this week, it has not been a name brand truck. Neither was that flatbed. Meaning it's not some big company or whatever. It's just somebody, I don't know, either one truck, who knows, 10. It's some company that it's not like you've ever heard of it. So it isn't like, the normal people that hold us up on the road. They're being held up in traffic too, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Can somebody explain to me what the problem is? In a 55 where there's 4 open lanes, people are going 75. But in a 55 where you can just go 55, people are going 40. Now, that was one day. The other day, it's like 47. One day it was 42. I mean, I just don't understand. Let's go. This is 14 miles long. And some of us have, stuff to do. So, I don't know, maybe people don't have anything to do. I always hear about, we don't have hours, and then you're going 40 and a 55 for 14 miles. Get going. The same with going around these corners. I thought about that too. So if you slow down on every corner for your whole day, how many extra minutes a day does that hold people up over a year? That truck could probably do another week's worth of work in a year if they would just get going the speed limit where it's safe to do so. And you'd pick up all these extra miles. You'd give yourself a raise by just driving like a normal person that knows what you're doing instead of some ignoramus. And so that's the story. That's the story this week. It just aggravates me to no end. And, on days where it's backed up, I go around, but still going 45, is still faster than the way around, but I just can't take it. I can't take it. All right. So I'm going to go back to the Regency and let everybody else go back to whatever they're doing today. Remember, I do a live show every Monday at 12:30 p.m. You can tell me there what the problem is, and the podcast Tuesday, Friday. So we'll see you on the live show. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with another sunny Trucking Answers.